I did know that we are surrounded by former governors. Dan Kovats, Art Moore, Craig McFarland, Scott McFarland. I'm nervous, I apologize. One other governor cannot be here tonight. And he had passed away in between simulations. And he kind of was my mentor in the House of Representatives my first year, Mr. Cordero. And he passed away earlier this spring, last spring, leaving a legacy that he had given both to the House as well as to the E-Board. So one of the things that we are doing this year in 2014 is that we are dedicating this entire simulation to his work for what he has given to me and what he has given to all of us. Whether or not you have been there in the past, or in my case, 7 years, or now. You may not know who he is, but at the same time, he gave the same amount of strength, dedication, and leadership to model Illinois government, and that's something that can never be taken away or questioned.
All right, I'm going to go off of something to talk about former Governor Cordero. I spoke with Paul Harris of the Northeastern Illinois University. Unfortunately, Northeastern can't be here this year due to administrative budget cuts. I'm writing them a letter, so hopefully getting a letter from the governor will get them to fund it a little more. But Al meant a lot to these delegates. I've been talking about the memory of Al really doesn't do it justice because I never had the opportunity to work with Governor Cordero. So I told Paul, here's what we can do, is that Governor Cordero served in 3 different executive board positions. He served as controller, he served as Speaker of the House, and he served as governor. So I'd like to have a moment of silence for Governor Cordero, and I'm also going to strike the gavel 3 times, once for each of the positions he served on the executive board. Thank you.
Number 5, the last one. It's not enough to just make friends. You have to keep them and value your friendships. This is a hard lesson for me to talk about, but I need to share it with you because the big family has lost too many of its own. And as I found out, being young does not give you immunity from loss. Al Cordero was my controller and then speaker during my time as governor. We worked together to rebuild and support this organization. And when his mock impeachment was thrown out of the House, yes, we did mock impeachments and they were really fun. When his mock impeachment was thrown out of the House, we held hands in triumph for an awkward amount of time. So it kills me to say to you that I had a falling out with Al Cordero when he became governor. And I didn't get to bury the hatchet before his untimely passing. It's a regret that I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life. You'll have disagreements even with your best friends, but cherish those friendships. When necessary, repair them. It may be depressing to think about, but you never know how much time you have with people